I don't even know what today's date is. Probably the 12th. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe the 13th. Yeah, maybe the 13th. Anyway, it's a Sunday in June, around the 13th. And I was sitting here and I was thinking about Rafael Perez. Now, I know people contact me and say, oh, you got to be careful what you say. Can't be defaming people's character. He defamed his own character. Rafael Perez defamed his own character. And a very interesting point that I'm bringing up right now. Not only did Rafael Perez lie about my kid to the state medical examiner's office, which in turn made it so there was no autopsy. There was nothing. There was nothing done. The only thing that was done was they did a postmortem on a body that was never identified. They also were under the impression for 9 years that there was some kind of a note that my son left stating that he was coming out gay and distraught over a situation. Now, not only is this letter not even, it doesn't exist, never existed. How offensive for that bastard to be saying something like that about somebody. Just being distraught over your situation. Trying to come out gay and distraught over your situation. Is that, he made that up in his head. That fucking bastard made that up in his head. So the assumption in his fucking idiotic brain is that if you're coming out gay, you're distraught over the situation. Rafael, you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. So, but let's think about this for a minute. Frank Milos has known all along that the reports weren't right. He knew all along. He has known all along. Not only that, Frank Milos has my son's medical records. Medical records. I don't know who signed for him to get them. I don't know who gave him the permission to get them. I don't know who gave the Pawtucket Police Department and the fire department the right to release such a thing to Frank Milos. Now, besides that, I mean, we can talk about how creepy Frank Milos is. There's a few other things that have come to light as it relates to Frank Milos. But I'm not going to put that right here, right now, because I wanted to concentrate on Rafael Perez for a minute. I was made aware of the police presence at a school committee meeting. And it was told to me that one of the cops was Rafael Perez. And that he was there. I don't know if he was there to keep the peace. I don't know what he was doing, but he walked one particular person out to the parking lot, to her car, whatever. If I was there, I would have taken the podium. Does he not realize that? Does he not realize that I would take the podium and blast his ass in front of the public? Does he not realize that? We're getting all of the police reports that Rafael Perez has ever been involved in that reached the level of a court proceeding or whatever, because he lies. Now, I did APRA. Here you go, Mark. I did APRA. I believe it was like every police report that Rafael Perez did in the last year or something like that. And they came up with one. And I don't know if anybody's aware, but Rafael Perez was over near the Walgreens. And there's a facility there that helps people that are they either have an addiction problem, they're homeless, whatever the case is. They got counselors. So anyway, there was a homeless man, and he was cutting across the parking lot at Walgreens. And Rafael Perez stopped him to identify him. And the reason for the stop? He was just a black man walking. Rafael Perez saw a black man walking, and he stopped him. The guy wasn't doing cartwheels. He didn't look like he was running from anything. He didn't look like he had taken anything or shot anybody. Well, we have cops that shot somebody over in that area recently. But this guy, he was just going to that building to get the help that he needed. Black man walking. Black man walking. That's all he was doing. So, I've been doing some digging, and anybody that has ever had an encounter with Rafael Perez, where he had to write any kind of a report or anything, you need to question it. You need to question it. You need to question if he actually wrote accurate information. Because if he'll go to lengths to make something up, like make a whole fucking story up. Oh, the family identified him. No, they didn't. No, they most certainly did not. And, oh yeah, and he was coming out gay and distraught over a situation. And Frank fucking Milos has known this for years. Frank Milos can't even find the note. There's supposedly this note, this letter that explains him coming out gay on the day that he died. Anybody that knew my son knew that he wasn't coming out gay that day. Fucking idiot, fucking Perez. Then when I had called to find out who was investigating my son's death, Rafael Perez told me it's people in Massachusetts. The cops in Massachusetts are investigating my son's death. He don't even know what he's supposed to be doing or who's supposed to be doing what. I don't even know if he even knows how to get to the Pawtucket Police Department without a GPS. He's that fucking dumb. Fucking idiot. So anyway, so if anybody thinks that, this might be rude or anything, think again. We're on 11 years. And there is inaccurate information in my son's file. And Tina's okay with that. Tina loves that. You know why Tina loves that? Because she knows that that's the one thing that I've wanted for 11 years. But she wants to keep it going. But, the problem here is we're going to be able to prove that for 11 years we wanted accurate information. And the information that needs to be accurate in it is still able to be proven. Still documented proof that the information in that file is garbage. It has inept police officers. And these are the people that, like I said, Rafael Perez did the one police report he did, and he stopped the guy because he was a black man walking. He saw a black man walking, so he figured he was going to bust his chops, right? So, and I have that original report, so you don't have to go look at it and change it or do anything to it, because I know that you like to do that kind of thing. Just cover your ass, but you don't want to put accurate information. And the other thing that we have, we're actually pursuing is the fact that Tina Gonzalez should be on a Brady Giglio list. And since she's not, and if she has testified, since that incident where for 11 years, if she, because she's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar all day long. But since the Attorney General's office found that she lied on an affidavit, why is it that Tina nothing has come of that? She should not be the chief of police if she cannot go in and testify in a courtroom because she's a known liar. Known by the Attorney General's office. I know that she is. There's documented proof that she is. So anyway, stop negotiating with the terrorists because it doesn't work. You just have to move forward and you need to get it done, because at the end of the day, my son's file is never going to be corrected, but all the truth is going to come out. All the truth on these people are going to come out. If you want to talk about, certain people's nephews with, different things and family members, and Tina using the department to get a warrant and put somebody in jail over a carbon monoxide detector in a door. We're going to bring it all out. We are going to bring it all out. And I want to be at every court case where Tina could possibly be on the witness list. And I'm handing the paper over to show that she cannot testify truthfully. Maybe they'll let her testify, but I want to make sure if it's the judge or the jury gets to see that she should have been placed on a Brady Giglio list. Have a great day.